It's about 6:15 here in good old Green Valley, Arizona. I'm in the golf cart driving in our golf lane on the Camino del Sol, headed down to one of our ponds on San Ignacio Golf Course. Looking forward to a little bit of bass fishing tonight.
I'm coming up on the pond now. What's interesting is that apparently the weeds that grew in the pond were choking it to death, and fish were dying off and creating a stink in the neighborhood. But the townhomes surrounding the place kicked in for enough money to get those weeds cut down, so we'll see what happens to the fishing. We're not sure, but we'll find out in a minute. Okay, but fish sizes are going up. Gosh, this one's a good 16 inches or so. That's a really nice bass. Look at the size of that mouth. Wow. He's a dandy. We'll get him off in a second.
I'm using pretty primitive equipment down here. I have an old Junker Scott rod with a cheap reel and 5-weight line, 10-pound test leader. We're using basically damselfly nymphs here. We've tried woolly buggers, but they don't seem to be any more effective, and it's a lot tougher to feel the nibbling of these bass and panfish when you've got a lot of weight on the fly.
Here's my first fish of the night. It'll be a little bass. Actually not a real little one. Kind of a decent fish. I'm using a damselfly nymph, and that's a nice little largemouth bass actually. Good. Oh, this is better. Got a couple strikes and yeah, it's very pleasant out here. I can see myself casting, watch the coots in the pond, and look at our little red Ferrari golf cart. Haven't had a lot of success so far, but it's been very pleasurable. As the sun's going down, I've hooked a couple sunfish, haven't landed any, thank goodness. Just waiting for a bigger bass or something to strike. Oh, here's another good sized one. Yeah, it's another largie. Only caught one smallie in here. Yeah, boy, is this a beautiful fish. Wow. Look at his size. Look at the size of that mouth. I think he could swallow my dog. It's a great looking fish. Get him released in a heartbeat. Fish almost right away, another one. These fish are clearly hanging out in the reeds. I thought they might be in the open waters this late in the day, but they're not. Boy, there's some nice fish in here. That's just a gorgeous largemouth bass. Yes, it is. We'll get him off too. I'll try it down the other end. Oh man, he's really strong. He's not coming anywhere. I don't know what it is. I'm assuming it's a bass, but maybe it's a carp. Wow, is he a strong fish? Oh, that rod bend. Boy, I can't move him. He's down the weeds. Oh, now he's moving beyond the weeds. Oof. No, it's just another nice big bass, I think. There it is. Boy, beautiful fish. Just a beautiful fish. I can't believe the size of these things. Obviously not Texas bass, but boy, they are just fabulous. Huge goddamn fish. It's been great fishing. Fish aren't out in the open water yet. I suspect they probably do that at night. I don't know what some of these fish weigh. I would say at least 3 to 5 pounds. So it's been terrific. I'm going to drive down the other end and see if I can catch a sunfish or two before the night's over. Not that we like them a lot, but it'd be nice to have some diversity.
Yeah, it's really been a pretty evening. Very quiet, no wind tonight. Watching the sunset over the ridge behind us. I keep getting a few strikes that I'm missing, and I suspect those probably are the big bluegills that live here, just mouthing the fly. Just missed another one. It's interesting the way you have to retrieve. There we go. There we hooked a nice bass again. Let's see how this one plays out. Yep, he's coming in slowly but surely. I didn't bring any forceps down, but fortunately I have a pair of needle nose pliers in our toolbox, so I can use those to extract the flies. The bass don't seem to swallow it, but all the sunfish tend to do that, so it really takes something to get the fly out without hurting them.
Oh boy, another nice fish. Oh, wow, look at that rod bend. Boy, is he strong. Yeah, it's just another nice bass. Well, they've made a comeback since these reeds have been cleaned out. I've hooked a few sunfish, but haven't landed a one yet. Yeah, you can see that fish down there. Oh, maybe it's not a largie. This could be a smallie. Nope, wrong again. Oh, by gosh, it might be. Let's see what we have here. Beautiful fish, though. Just a beautiful fish. God, look at the size of that thing. That's a hog.